everybody, it's Kristin, and we are starting another series. This series was really requested when I did the drugstore version of this, and that is my blush collection, as you can tell by the title. So this is going to be my, like mid-range to high-end blush collection. I've already done MAC separately. I don't know if I've created a playlist for that or not. If I haven't, I will enlist it below, or I'll just list the videos. And then I also did my drugstore version of this, so I will list that below as well if you're interested. I have a thing for blush. What can I say? I have recently done a declutter, and I sent some off to a friend, and some I just tossed because it was just time to toss. And this was showing you what I have left in my collection, which is still a lot. Let's be real. Okay, so we're gonna start off with a couple that I have just one of from the line, and this is an Arbonne blush, so it looks like this, and it is in, I feel like it's Merlot. Yes, Merlot. This is really pretty. A friend of mine sells Arbonne, and I helped her with her first, like, her launch show or kickoff show or whatever. There it is there. And she really only had this blush, and I was doing makeovers on people. And I used that blush on just about everybody because it was the only one there. And I was amazed at how it looked good on so many people. I really like that blush. This next one is a Paula Dorf blush. It looks like this. And this is a really pretty kind of bubblegummy pink. I'm trying to see how lighting is going to be here. And I like this. It's not the most pigmented blush in the world, but there it is right there. But it's nice. I don't reach for that one very often. This one is one I had for a very long time, and it's the only one from Smashbox that I have. I love this blush. I've talked about it quite a bit. And I like that if I can make this work. It does have a little mirror that twists out from beneath here, but it's still very thin packaging. I've traveled with this one a bunch. It's Blush, Rush, and Flush. Looks like that. I do wish that it opened completely, but can't have everything not can be. I tell ya. So there it is right there. I have one blush from Laura Mercier, and this is one I love in the fall, and it's in the shade Spiced Cider. Looks like that. And there you go. There's Spiced Cider. It's just a really beautiful, like, blending it a little bit, kind of a burnt sort of I really like it. It's very, very pretty. Like I said, particularly in the fall, that is one of my favorites. I have two from IT Cosmetics. The first one, it came in a kit at some point, but now they're available. And there are other ones too. I think there's a plum one that I really want, but I have a lot of blush. This is the CC Radiance Ombre Blush in Je ne sais quoi. So pretty. And I really like the ombre on this, and like the bronzer that's like this as well, that it has a highlight sort of built right into it. Not sort of, actually built right into it. So you can kind of see how that comes across there. And it's really, really pretty right there. I apologize that I broke a nail last night. Sometimes you just have to film whether your nails are broken or not. This is real life. And then the other blush, I've talked about this one a ton too. Both of these have landed in favorites videos and have, remained favorites. This one I haven't used in so long. I need to break this out again. And this is the Vitality Cheek Flush in Pretty and Peony. When I got this, I bought it on QVC because then it came with this blush brush, which I love. It's probably my favorite blush brush. And there's pretty, so that's one swipe of that. And then I always try to blend it out a little bit for you guys. And I realized I could maybe not do that and not have to split these videos up into so many videos, but I feel like then you're not going to get enough of a swatch. What's the point of just showing you if you don't get to see a swatch and know a little bit about it? So this one is from Merle Norman, and I have three from Merle Norman. This one I believe was limited edition. Merle Norman is only sold in salon, like on location. You can't buy it online, but this is the one in Bloom. It's very similar to, let me show you guys these next side by side. What's interesting is that the In Bloom is way more pink, I think, than the IT Cosmetics one. The IT Cosmetics one almost looks like it has a little coral to it next to it. Not sure if that will pick up on camera or not, but I figured people would ask that. So there's the Merle Norman. I'll put that in the middle and then I'll put the other two on either side of it. So I built up the pink a little bit there, just so pretty. There goes the bus. The next one that I have is Mauvelous, and I just talked about this in a rehaul. I dropped the, or no, not a rehaul, a revisited favorites. This is still one of my favorites, and this is the Lasting Cheek Color. These are so nice. Somebody asked me if they were checking out Merle Norman for the first time, what would I suggest? And definitely the Lasting Cheek Colors. I love them. So there it is right there. And then the other one was part of a spring collection, I believe, and it is a Lasting Cheek Color in Fancy Free. So it looks like that. And I believe that this was limited edition. We'll go on the other side of the pink. It's a really pretty lighter pink, good, you know, goes with lots of things as well. So that's Fancy Free, that's Mauvelous, and then that's the In Bloom. Okay, so up until very recently, I used to have a ton of BareMinerals blushes. Some that came in kits, some that I purchased on their own. I ended up gifting a lot of those to a friend that I thought would really enjoy them, and she has some daughters, and so I sent a lot of them to her. The ones that I kept were actually the ones from the permanent line. Not that I didn't enjoy the ones that were in kits and that sort of thing, but I find it difficult to talk about products that you guys can't get anymore. So that's why I made the decision that I did on that. And I'm telling you guys that because that's what I hear from people when they do declutters. I've said before that I don't really enjoy declutter videos, but mostly what people want to hear is why. Like, why did you get rid of something, you know, this blush versus that blush? So I just thought I would kind of explain to you that's the why and why I kept these two, and I really like these ones. So this one is the one in Hint. I have to double check here. Yes. This is the one in Hint right there. They're tricky to swatch. Hint definitely has, I don't think it says anything. No, it doesn't have a finish there that it says. I would say it's a little bit of a step up from a satin because they're definitely, see, you can kind of see the off of the light there, but it's just very pretty sort of light pink. And then the other one that I have is in Secret. Secret is a matte and it's a little bit deeper pink. And I have before put down Secret and then just put a little bit of Hint on the upper cheekbone, and it's so stunning. So to my knowledge, I believe these are still part of the permanent collection. I will have everything that I can find, of course, linked below for you guys. All right, the next portion is going to be the Estee Lauder blushes that I have. I really like these Estee Lauder blushes. I've said that before, but getting into them is very tricky. I just wish that they would change the packaging a little bit because it's tricky. But there's a lot of product in here. It seems like a lot of product, although it's probably thin. It's 0.24 ounces. It just seems like a whole lot. This is the blush in Lovers. This is the blush Natalie from Flower Bomb 31 like insisted that everybody get. So eventually I did. There it is right there. Really, really pretty. This one is in Alluring Rose. Definitely one of my favorites. And there it is. They're so nice. Lots of pigmentation, and they blend it really well into the skin. That's, for me, that's how a blush becomes a favorite, is if A, the pigmentation is good, B, lasting power, C, blends into the skin. Those are things that I find to be really important. This is the one in Audacious Plum. I don't wear this as much as I should. I could have worn this today with this look. And there is Audacious Plum. And then the last one that I have is in Pink Ingenue. Probably one of my favorite summer blushes. Stunning. Not sure why I felt to sing that for you. And there's Pink Ingenue right there. So I have 4 blushes from Cargo. The first one is in Catalina. Not a lot of people talk about Cargo in general anymore. One of my favorite blushes of life, which you'll see here in a minute, is one that is talked about a lot. Whoops. There's Catalina. It's a very pretty matte blush. I got a lot of these on Haute Look. I used to have more, but I kind of shared the wealth of those longer ago than my most recent clean out. This is the one in Tonga. This is in my I'd like to hit pan on it. I don't know why I pick a blush that I want to hit pan on. That's one of my favorites of life. But you know, that is, I mean, that's a reason to and a reason not to choose it before I use it up. Know what I mean? Because it's one that I will enjoy using. This is the one in Prague, also a matte. I feel like the ones that have shimmer from Cargo have way too much shimmer. And that's why some of those are the reasons that that is the reason that I got rid of some of those, is the sentence that I'm trying to say. There, there it is there. And again, that's Prague. I'm particularly chatty today. And then this is the one in, what is this one? Topeka. And this one has some shimmer to it. It's just so pretty that I couldn't get rid of this one. And there is Topeka right there. You can see how that has a little more sheen to it. So stunning. And Cargo you can get now at, so at Holt Look, it'll show up on Holt Look sometimes, and Kohl's, you can get it at Kohl's. I think there's someplace else too, but whatever I can find, I'll list. So I used to collect the Benefit box blushes, and in my clean out, I cleaned out all but 3 of them. And there were other ones that I just want to make sure, yeah, there are other ones that I definitely liked, but I just kind of kept my top 3, and that was that. So you guys have heard me talk about this. This is the hardest thing to swatch, to get in these boxes. But this is the one in Rockateur. And like I said, you guys have heard me talk about Rockateur over and over again the past few years. Since it came out, it has been a favorite. There it is right there. This just has such a different texture to it than the other Benefit box blushes. I think just hands down one of my favorite blushes. And so the other one is Coralista, or the next one is Coralista. And this one is so old that the top still comes off, but it still has that fun kind of fruity scent to it. Some people don't like that. I like it. I think it's, whoops, I think it's nice. So it looks like that. And it's not, I don't really smell it on the cheeks. It's kind of something where you take off the top of the blush when you're going to use it, smell it, and then put it on, right? Don't tell me you don't do that. That's Coralista. And then the last one that I have is Sugar Bomb, and it doesn't have any scent to it that I can find. And it has those 4 sort of quadrants there. That's what it looks like. And it's just a really pretty, very light blush. You could certainly try to concentrate your brush in certain areas of that, but I just kind of swirl it all over. Very light blush, very pretty. Nice in spring and summer. I break that out again. And I think that that is where I will cut this one off. And next time I'll start with Clinique, and then we'll move into, I know I have some Chanel, and you know, there are other ones to come. I hope that you guys enjoyed this blush bonanza. I think that's what I'll call it, the start of this particular series. I think I will call blush bonanza. All right, on my face today is the same base as I have been wearing. It's almost gone, I promise you. Which is kind of sad all at the same time. On my cheeks though is a new blush. I haven't even hauled this yet, from Armani. It's one of their, let me see what this is called. Cheek Fabric in 506, which looks like that. Very, very pretty. On my eyes is the Giorgio Armani. I had a little play with some new products. Eye Quad in number 2, which looks like this. So I have that all over the lid. I have this in the crease. This to kind of deepen up the crease and beneath my lower lash line. And then this really pretty kind of silvery taupey sort of shade on my inner corner. On my lower waterline, I have the Giorgio Armani Smooth Silk Eye Pen in number 10, which is kind of a taupey shade. And then on my lips, I have the MAC Lip Liner in Night Moth. And then over the top of that, I have the lipstick in Glaze. Nope, it is a glaze, and it's in Fruit. It's been one of those mornings. All right, I think that's everything. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that you're having a great day, and in everything that you do, be beautiful. Bye.